Katie with Hill Country Hands. Thank you for watching this video. Today's video is going to be on pregnancy must-haves. This is my second pregnancy. I have used these products, most of these products, with both pregnancies. If you've been following my channel, you know that this pregnancy I do have hyperemesis. So I am doing things a little bit differently. I found these things to be helpful whenever I was pregnant with my daughter Mackenzie and this pregnancy. As always, make sure that I'm going to talk about a couple of medications. Make sure you talk to your doctor before you try any kind of medications, even if it's vitamins or like herbal teas and stuff like that. Just make sure that you okay it with your doctor first. I have a handful of different things to share with y'all, and I will be linking it all in the description box. And I think most everything is from Amazon, or it's easy to get through Amazon. So here are my pregnancy must-haves. So the first thing I wanted to share with y'all was my baby bump stickers that I use to do my weekly pictures of my bump growing. And even if you're not somebody that is going to share those on social media or with family and friends, I think that you really should document your pregnancy and your bump. As you get bigger, your kids someday will probably really want to see that, whether or not you share it with anybody. I know some women really don't want to be taking pictures throughout their pregnancy if they feel like they're not looking their best or feeling their best, but I think if you don't do that, you might look back on it and regret it at some point. So even if you are pregnant or halfway through your pregnancy, you can always start now. I think that someday you're going to wish that you had some of those pictures to look back on. I have two different ones. I have this one that's called Belly Doodles, and these are actually stickers. You can either put them like on your clothes or directly like on your skin. So they have each week, and it also has the size of the baby at that week. So for 33 weeks, your baby's about the size of a cantaloupe. So it comes with a bunch of the stickers. I really like this one a lot. I've been using this one right now, and I've been doing pictures with my shirt kind of pulled up higher so you can see my belly more. My first pregnancy, I just wore the same dress for every picture, and I just stuck these directly to the dress. So these are just fun. Like I said, I think it's going to be fun to look back on someday, even if you're not one to want to show off your bump or post stuff to social media and stuff like that. The other one that I have, my mom got these for me. These are from Hallmark, and these are more of like just cards. So it's like a thicker, like not cardboard, but it's like thicker. And so you just hold these up, and they're really cute too. I kind of like the way these look more than the other one, but the other one is really easy just to stick on my belly. One thing I do kind of like about these is that it's not weekly, because sometimes I've forgotten to take my picture because it's kind of hard to remember weekly, and sometimes in the beginning, like weekly, it doesn't change very much. So this one does 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. So with these, you'd be taking a total of 10 pictures. With the other ones, you would be doing it every single week. So those are just two different types of the bump picture type cards that I would look into. Next thing I wanted to talk about is that people recommend to like suck on hard candy to help with morning sickness and nausea. And for me, working in the hospital doing a 12-hour shift with morning sickness is pretty brutal. I did try using like Jolly Ranchers, and that helped a little bit, just to suck on a Jolly Rancher when I'd be in a patient's room whenever I would feel really nauseous. But I also found these. This is B-Natal, and it is a dietary supplement, so like I said before, check with your doctor. But it's green apple flavored lozenges, and so it has B6 in it. And B6, I guess, is known to help with morning sickness. So This combines like the sucking on like a candy and the vitamin B6. We're supposed to kind of spread them out. I don't know that I always did that. It says no more than 3 in a 24-hour period. I mainly saved these for when I was at work. I didn't do them like all day, every day, but I did 3 or 4 probably per shift on certain days whenever I was feeling really sick. So they do make the lozenge kind with the green apple, which is kind of nice. Some people say that sour flavors also help with nausea. And then they also make this lollipop version. I mean, I would rather have just a lozenge than have to hold a lollipop. And whenever I was using these, people at work didn't know that I was pregnant yet. You know, most of the time, people wait until the 2nd trimester to tell everyone, but your 1st trimester is when you feel your sickest. So it's kind of hard because people don't know what you're going through. So these were easier to hide that I was pregnant at work than a lollipop would have been. But there's 2 different versions. This really did help me when I was pregnant with Mackenzie. It got me through so many work days. I don't know how I would have done it without it, honestly. But this pregnancy with the hyperemesis, it's not helping at all. Sometimes sucking on hard candy will help a little bit. I still carry it in my purse, but it doesn't really do much for me right now. But it's worth a try if you're having typical morning sickness. Also, just want to say, you know, if you're throwing up 20, 30 times a day and you're losing weight and you feel like you're sicker than you should be, make sure you go and see your doctor sooner. With my hyperemesis, I kept thinking that it's just morning sickness. It's just a lot worse than it was with Mackenzie. And so by the time I went in between my monthly visits, I lost like 20 pounds, and I wish that I would have gone to my doctor sooner. I was just trying to like tough it out because I was like, well, I had morning sickness with Mackenzie. It'll get better. It's fine. Keep good communication with your doctor and keep your doctor informed, even if it's in between your scheduled visits. Another thing that helped me a lot with my first pregnancy was the doctor put me on Diclegis, which can be expensive. It's a small pill that can be taken up to a few times a day. I was taking 2 before bed, 1 when I first woke up, and then 1 in the afternoon as needed. And it helped me get through that first trimester and a couple weeks into the 2nd trimester. It helped me get through it for work. I was having a hard time just because I was feeling so nauseous, and the doctor prescribed that. It helped so much. It was expensive even with insurance. I think it was $150, almost $200 per bottle. I know it's come down some. That was about 2 years ago. It has come down a little bit in price, I believe, but it was expensive. It helped a lot though. So if you're really suffering, ask your doctor about Diclegis. See if they might want to give it a try, or see how much, if you have insurance, how much it would cost you. And then she also did end up giving me Zofran with the first pregnancy as well, just as needed. And at first I felt guilty about taking meds because I just really wanted to be healthy and strong and not need meds and not have to possibly like harm the baby with taking medication. But I realized that if the doctor's saying it's safe and it's helping me eat better foods, drink more water, it's helping me physically feel better, and I'm able to be a healthier version of myself because of some of these medications, then I need to go ahead and just take them. It's obviously a personal decision and choice whether you just try to tough out morning sickness. Some women have it really bad, some women don't have it at all, but it's just something to check into is the Diclegis. People do say that the Diclegis can be kind of like subbed with over-the-counter medicine in the form of taking Unisom, which is a sleep aid, with B6. And those are, I guess, some of the same ingredients are in those as they are in the Diclegis. Next thing is you need to make sure that you get a prenatal vitamin right away as soon as you find out you're pregnant. I have taken a few different ones. For me, with my nausea, this pregnancy and last pregnancy, it was easier for me to chew up like a gummy version instead of swallowing a pill. So I've been taking this VitaFusion natal, and it tastes pretty good. It has everything that you're supposed to have in it. So just make sure that you start taking a prenatal as soon as you find out that you're pregnant. Another thing that I think is a must-have while you're pregnant, more so towards the middle and end of your pregnancy, is a good bra. For me, my boobs started getting bigger with Mackenzie when I was like around the 3rd trimester. This time it's happened a little bit sooner. I don't know if it's just because it's my 2nd baby or what's going on, but I started using my nursing bras. My favorite nursing bra that I've used in my pregnancy is this Simply Sublime nursing bra from Kindred Bravely. I've done a video on their products if you want to go back to that video and get more information on that. But it's important because your boobs are going to grow and you just need to be in something comfortable. Some women towards the end of pregnancy also start experiencing like their milk coming in a little bit and leaking some. So having a nursing bra with a little bit of extra padding whenever I was at work and stuff helped a lot. This made me so much more comfortable wearing this. Another thing that I think that all pregnant women should have, which might seem kind of silly, is a good cup, and that like holds ice well, keeps it cold. This one keeps ice cold for like, it seems like almost 24 hours. It's not a Yeti. I don't know the brand or where I got it. I think I got it at Target a long time ago. But for me, with my nausea and vomiting, it's much easier for me to drink having a straw. I'm not sure why, but if you're having nausea and vomiting and morning sickness, you might try drinking your water through a straw, and it helps me to have it really cold. So I drink much more using this cup than I would if I was just drinking like water bottles or out of just a typical glass or something like that. If you don't have a favorite water bottle container, go get yourself one, and like I said, maybe try getting one with a straw just to help get those fluids in. So this pregnancy, I went ahead and got a pregnancy pillow. I did not have one with my first pregnancy with Mackenzie. I just felt like, since I feel so uncomfortable with my hyperemesis and I feel so sick, I might as well try to make myself a little bit more comfortable, because I'm spending a lot of time on the couch and more time in bed than I was with Mackenzie. My ribs started hurting really bad at night. I'd be laying on my side and it just feels like my ribs are getting pulled and the skin around there. And I think it's just the weight of my baby bump growing. So it's just like heavy when I'm on my side. So I went ahead and got a couple pillows. I use both of them. I'll usually start out the night with one of them and then end up switching to the other. So this one I got off of Amazon. I was looking up like which pillows would help with rib pain. And so this is like a wedge. So you're supposed to just like wedge it under your body like this. I guess at an angle. So it sits like this. So at an angle, and it's supposed to support your bump. And you just kind of shove the wedge under your bump. It has a soft side and a firm side. Haven't really noticed a huge difference. I'm not really sure which side I use. I just usually grab it and kind of shove it under myself. I don't know why I thought it would be more of an incline. I'm not sure what I expected, but when I opened it, it's just not what I expected. It has helped a little bit, but I don't think that this one's super helpful. I like the other pillow I have better, even though this said that it would be more targeted to support the bump. Good thing about this one is, though, it is small. You can travel with it, you can easily pack it. When you're in bed with your spouse, it's not taking up the entire bed because it's much smaller. A lot of pregnancy pillows are huge. They take up a lot of room, so they're either kind of like in your spouse's way, or there's no way you're going to be able to like cuddle or anything like that. So the pros for this are that it's compact, it's small, and it's supposed to wedge into your bump. So there's that one, and I do use it. I do use it and I like it, but I wanted to love it and I don't love it. This other one, I'm gonna have to back the camera away to show y'all. So this other one is pretty huge. It's like I can't even fit it all in the screen. It's ginormous. My mom got me this one from Target. It's one that I wanted. This one I do like a lot better than the wedge. This one was more expensive. I think it was about twice as much as the wedge was. I think this is about $50 at Target. It's the Boppy pregnancy pillow. It does have a slip cover on it, so it's easy just to unzip it and wash it. It is comfy, it's squishy. There's a bunch of different ways that you can use it. I usually wrap myself around it and put my bump kind of like right here, and then my head further on top, and kind of like hug it with my arm. It's huge. It does make me hot sometimes. I'm hot-natured already, so I get hot easily. And like I said, it's huge. So if I'm trying to reposition in the middle of the night, sometimes I'm like hitting Justin in the face with it. I feel like it takes up like the whole bed. So if you have a smaller bed, or you and your husband cuddle a lot, this one probably won't work for you. I would try to get a smaller pillow. This has really made me more comfortable sleeping. I think the only thing I really don't like about it is just that it's very bulky and that it can make me hot. They do make other pregnancy pillows that aren't this ginormous, like they have just one piece of this and not the whole thing. You might check into that. If you and your husband don't cuddle and you love pillows and you're not hot-natured and you just want to cuddle up with it, then it feels amazing. So those are my thoughts on the two pillows that I purchased. I definitely like the Boppy full body pillow better, but like I said, it does have a few cons. And I do think moving forward as I get further into my pregnancy that I am going to appreciate this much more, because my bump is just getting bigger and bigger every few days now, it seems like. So having some support while you're sleeping, I think, is important. Okay, so since filming the pregnancy must-haves, I did that about 4 weeks ago, I just wanted to do a little add-in here towards the end. I know during my video it was kind of like I'm not in love with either one of my pillows, that they're helpful, but I felt like there was maybe a better one on the line for you to check out. But in 4 weeks, that's changed a lot. I cannot sleep without this thing. It just really makes me so much more comfortable. I'm still having trouble sleeping, but the same one that I showed y'all before, the Boppy pregnancy pillow, has become like my new best friend. I keep it on the couch with me now, too, sometimes whenever I'm just relaxing, to kind of sit comfortably so that my back doesn't hurt so bad. So if you're looking for a pillow, I do recommend this one. As my pregnancy has progressed, my back and rib pain and everything has gotten worse, obviously, just because that's what happens whenever you're carrying a baby inside of you. So I definitely recommend getting it. Right now I am 31 weeks pregnant. I'm not sure. I'm planning on sharing this probably sometime in May, so I will be closer to the end of my pregnancy, but just a little update for you. At 31 weeks, I love this thing. If you don't have a pregnancy pillow and you're like on the fence about getting one, get one. You won't regret it, and it will help you sleep so much better, especially during that third trimester. So that concludes my pregnancy must-haves. Let me know in the comments if y'all are pregnant, or if you've been pregnant, if you have any other must-haves or tips and tricks to being comfortable while being pregnant. Let me know. Anything I didn't think of, I would love new ideas, either to pass along to friends and family or for myself. I hope this video gave you some tips and tricks possibly to be comfortable while you're pregnant. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.